Is there a bully in the building? Folks who live and work in a Miami high-rise tell our Laren Livingston their board president is on a power trip, and they've got proof.
And they say his antics aren't just putting them on edge, but possibly at risk.
Well, that escalated quickly.
What's your problem, man? I want you to leave. I ain't going nowhere, man. Go home. Bro, lost your damn mind. Hey, dog, slavery days are over, though. You don't tell me what the to do, dog.
This spirited exchange went on for nearly 15 minutes outside Blue on the Bay, a high-rise condo in Miami's Edgewater neighborhood.
Do this, boy, and do that, and you go listen to me, or, like, no, those days are over. You go respect me.
David Bruton is a supervisor with S1 Security Group. One of his guards called off back on March 29th, leaving David to cover the watch at Blue on the Bay. Lunchtime came.
I sat in the car, I started eating my first slice.
That's when David met a very different Goliath.
I saw him pointing at the car and everything, and so I got out to see what his concern was. And he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm having my lunch." So he started cursing and telling me, oh, you're supposed to be doing your job. And I said, legally, I'm allowed to have a lunch. I can sit here and I can eat. He had a problem with that. So before things escalated, I calmed down and I got back in the car and closed the door. He comes to the passenger side and snatches the door open.
Then all hell breaks loose.
You are not authorized to be here anymore. I said you're not authorized.
He later learned that man is Ben DeVere, a resident and condo board president, who ultimately calls the police, claiming he feels threatened.
Look at this racist, man. He racist as bro. Racist. Yeah, you racist.
I'm more black than you.
Y'all heard that, right? You heard that, right?
When the police show up, DeVere wants the guard to go. These witnesses, though, they see things from the guard's point of view.
This is not the first security guard he's tried kicking out.
This isn't the first time?
He should approach differently. That's what I suggest. If he would have approached differently, everything would have been handled differently, but this guy started recording.
They said, "Okay, man, sorry, our hands are tied here, you have to go." I said, "Okay, no problem," and I left.
I stand behind my company, I stand by any employee. If they feel they were treated bad, we're with them.
Rolando Palma owns the security company, which lost the Blue on the Bay contract following this incident.
What's your problem, man?
He says this is not the first time DeVere's had a problem with one of his guards.
He made references before of people in color.
But it is the first time it was caught on camera. Palma says he's planning to take legal action.
Discrimination complaints, civil lawsuits, breach of fiduciary duty, and no one wants to deal with that because it only ends up getting paid by the owners. They're the ones that suffer as a result of having a board member that doesn't know proper protocol.
Attorney Alessandra Stivelman does not represent Blue on the Bay, but she is board certified in condo law.
You're representing the interests of your entire community, and you have an obligation to ensure that it's properly represented. Just because you're a board member doesn't mean that you can take unilateral actions, that you can fire people or tell people what to do. There are certain procedures that need to be followed.
We asked the Blue on the Bay property manager for a response. The response was no comment.
Mr. DeVere, do you mind answering some questions for us?
When we caught up with DeVere to get his take on things,
We're just trying to see if you could give us a statement.
Hi, attorney, 1 second.
feel free. He whipped out another phone, appeared to record me, then...
Oh, I guess he just got to hit me with the mirror then.
And drove away.
And that was our Laren Livingston reporting, and he was not hurt after getting hit by that car. And the board president, well, he's been caught on a few cameras yelling at neighbors and other workers in the building. We'll have much more to come on this one.